Hey guys, so today I'm filming a Chit Chat Get Ready with me. I've been meaning to do this for a minute now, and so we're finally gonna get to it today. So this video, I'm gonna chat with you guys about different topics, but mainly it's gonna revolve around college. So I feel like a lot of people, college has been so rough lately with COVID and like trying to work with online classes and just a lot of stress and finding jobs and things like that. So I just kind of want to talk and give you guys tips and things like that on how to be successful in college and things like a pandemic. So let's get started with the video. So if I look right here, it's because I have a mirror, a little mirror right here, and I'm going to be, monitoring how my makeup starts looking and things like that while I'm recording. And also back here I have another mirror so I can make sure that everything's going good back there, so I can see the camera and make sure it's not stopped or anything like that. So today I'm gonna start with my face first. I'm definitely gonna I always do my eyeshadow first now, and I really like that. So we're gonna do my eyeshadow, but first I'm going to apply a primer and I'm gonna apply setting spray and some other things. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. I just want to make a disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional. I just do makeup the way I like how it looks on my skin. And as I said, I think in another video, I feel like makeup is not made to be like so strict. Like you don't have to do it this certain way just because everybody does it that way. I feel like there's literally new makeup trends all the time that come out. And how does trend start? One person decides to do it and people like how it looks. So I really don't think that there's any rules to makeup. As long as it looks good in the end and it looks nice, I don't think it's a problem. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer. If you're somebody that's very critiquing and like, if you're somebody that's very like specific about how you apply your makeup and you don't like when other people do it differently, then please, this is not the video for you. So go ahead and exit. The first thing I'm going to use, I have this e.l.f. illuminating primer, face primer. It's kind of old, so I'm going to shake it. Like it's not super old, but I need to get a new one. Ooh. I need to get a new one though because that one's definitely like starting to get bad and I don't want to put old makeup on my face. If there's any background noise, I apologize. I cannot control that. So I have an Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray and I'm gonna spray that all over my face. I like to use this before and after I apply my makeup, so we're gonna do that right now. So after spraying that, I'm going to use the face primer. So I guess I can start talking about how my semester went last semester versus how it started this semester. I started school on Tuesday of this week, and last semester honestly did not go that bad for me. I actually did pretty good last semester in terms of my classes, but I will say I felt like I was going crazy in my apartment. Like in my apartment all day, every day. I feel like I haven't really seen real life in like a year almost now, and it's insane. Like the only places I go are to school. I go to drive-in movies sometimes and grocery stores. That is literally it, guys. Like I haven't done anything that was considered normal a couple of years ago in like almost a year now, and it's crazy to think about. But I definitely think that in terms of my socialing, it was horrible last semester, and my mental health definitely declined last semester, and it also declined because I wasn't taking the time to read God's word and do things like that, which was my fault. But I definitely have learned from that, and we're not making that same mistake twice. So I want to give you guys some tips on how to be successful in your classes even during a pandemic. This is what helped me. So I just want to let that be known. Like I'm not saying that everything that I did may help every single person, but hopefully it can help somebody and you can at least try it. Like it doesn't hurt to try. So one of the first things that I did that I think really helped me do well during COVID in college was a planner, and not just any planner. I kind of want to explain to you guys more depthly in another video, what it is that I use. When I tell you guys this planner saved my life, I use Microsoft OneNote. So I don't know if you guys know what that is, but basically it's like a scheduler in a way. Like it's like an online electronic scheduler on Microsoft platforms. And what it does basically is you just like schedule things. You can make up different categories, and then you have due dates and like things like that. So you can do it with personal things and you can do it with school. I do it with both. I do it with personal things and I do it with school things. And so what worked for me the best, I'm putting concealer on my eyes to set before I put eyeshadow on. Doing right now, just to let you guys know, I'm putting some eyeshadow. It's not eyeshadow primer, basically I just call it that. I use concealer over my eyes to let like the color pop out more when I apply it. Because I have darker skin, this is one thing I've noticed helps when certain colors don't normally show up on your skin tone, because it's either matching your skin tone or it's too light for your skin tone. This works a lot to make it more like the actual color, because sometimes I'll have like light pinks, I'll have like other colors, and it won't show up as the color it really looks like because of my brown skin. But I've noticed that when I do this on my brown skin, like when I put certain eyeshadow colors on, it doesn't show up as the actual color it is, because my brown skin kind of makes it look different. So doing this, I've noticed, has really helped and changed how it turns out on my look. I just messed all that up, so hopefully you guys understood what I meant. So I know that this stuff works for me because if I didn't do this, guys, like I didn't used to use this. And when I tell you, I used to be so stressed out all the time because I felt like I was just, I felt very overwhelmed, like I was all over the place. So what I do is I make different categories. Each category that I make, or like section I make on the schedule, is a class that I have. So I'll do an example for this semester. So I am in a management 211 class, so that would be one of my names on my one of my categories, management 211. Then once I get inside, like it's a folder, not really a category. Folder is a better word. You make a folder and I name it management 211. So I click it, and then it gives you the option to type in add a task, right? So what I do is, as soon as I get my syllabus from my professor, I read the entire syllabus, I look through it, and then I see the due dates and I see the things assigned, and I write every single due date, every single thing assigned, every single thing I have to do for that class into the tasks. And I basically add the due dates and all that stuff from the first time to the last semester to final exams. And then what I do after this, I do this for each class that I'm in. And then what I do is I use Google Calendar. And what I use Google Calendar for is more specific things. So let me give you guys an example. So on Microsoft Word, I basically I write all my tasks out, like every single assignment in very detailed explanation. I do that. Exactly what it looks like on the syllabus, I reflected on my in my folder, and I put the due dates and everything. With Google Calendar, I basically put my classes on there, like the time of my class. Some of them are online, some of them are in person. I put them on Google Calendar at the time. I have it each week, and then I set up to where it automatically so I don't know how to really explain it. So, for example, this week, I put Management 211. I have that class on Tuesdays and Thursdays at like 3:15 to 4:30. So I put on a Tuesday, 3:15 to 4:30, I put the name in bold, or not in all caps. Then there's an option where you can customize it, and I say every Tuesday and Thursday until, and I put ends on May 6th or 7th, because that's when my last final is for that class. So what it does is after May 6th or 7th, it will stop putting them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I do that for every single class so that my phone notifies me, don't forget to go to class. And it's just a really good way of like seeing, okay, I have this to do today and this to do today. And then this is where Microsoft Word comes in handy, because I'm just letting you guys know that right now that it is no good if you're not going to use it. So this is where it comes in handy. So after you've done all your classes and you put all your tasks in Microsoft OneNote, what you do is, after you've done your classes on Google Calendar and the times, and you've made sure it sets it up for every week to do it until the last day of class, you go into the planned area. And again, I'm thinking about making a more detailed video of this, and if you guys want to see it, let me know. You go into the plan, and then what you do is you basically see what's due for that whole week. This is what I did. So I see what all is due from Monday to Friday, and then I kind of spread it out throughout the week, okay? This is how I do everything. So basically, for example, say I have like a chapter quiz at the end of the week on a Friday for one of my classes. I'm going to put study for chapter quiz in Google Calendar, more specifically, on a day before that day, so I can remind myself to study. So Google Calendar is just to make it more detailed than Microsoft. So Microsoft lays it all out for you. It's like the planner. So it's like, okay, this is all the tasks, all the assignments you have to do, and then Google Calendar is like the, so you planned it, now you're living it, now you're acting it out. Or there's a word for it I can't think of, but you guys know what I mean. So that's what that's for. So I'll give you guys an example. So I see that I have 2 assignments due for one of my classes, and they're both due on Wednesday and Friday. So if one of them is due on Wednesday, I'm going to need to do the assignment before Wednesday, because I don't procrastinate and I don't do things on the day of. So what I do is I plan on Monday in my Google Calendar. I see, okay, Monday I have 2 classes. Before this class I have time, in the middle of this class I have time, after this class I have time. I'm going to add tasks to do within those times. So I do a specific assignment, and I write this specific assignment onto the calendar. And so what I have basically, after I'm done doing the entire week, is I have a full day of things to do from Monday through Friday, school related and personal. Once I finish doing all my school scheduling, I can see the times I still have available and open to do personal things. So then that's when I'm like, okay, film a video, and I put that in Google Calendar. But it is, when I tell you guys, doing this has helped so much. It is insane. I never knew my life could get more organized than it already was. It's so good, because not only does it hold you accountable and make sure that you do your work, but it's just a great way of relieving stress off of you that's not needed. Like, I trick my mind sometimes. I purposely make me assign, like, if I see an essay is due in a month, and sometimes I go to like weeks later to see, like I go 2 weeks on Microsoft OneNote instead of a week to see, like, do I have any crazy exams coming up? If I do, I'll start planning, and 2 weeks in advance or a month in advance, and I'll literally like plan for it and schedule it in my Google Calendar to actually do. So this stuff has helped so much. And again, this may be confusing just explaining it. I may have to visually show you guys, and if you guys want to see that again, let me know in the comments below. I need to get started on my makeup, but I had to explain that first, because that's very, very important, and that's the key, other than God, on what's allowed me to do so well in school during COVID, is planning that stuff, because it keeps me accountable. And you have to actually be proactively doing it and proactively wanting to do it, or it's not gonna work. So I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I kind of just, if I don't know what I'm gonna wear, I base my makeup look off of what I'm gonna wear. So I guess that's what we're doing today. So again, I'm using, it's dirty, excuse the dirt, I'm gonna clean it. But today I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2 Morphe palette. I did a review on this on my channel, so if you guys want to see that, you can click up there, either here or here. It's on one of the sides, to watch that video and see what I think about them. Clearly I like it because I'm using it again, but this palette is really pretty, and I don't know what colors to choose from today. So once I decide what colors I'm going to choose from, I will be back. So I've decided I'm going to play around in the purples. I may add some extra colors here and there, but I'm going to play around in the purple colors. So A Moment, Therapy Sesh, Good Place, Not My Journey, and Stay True, but more of these 4 right here. And then I'll play around, and if I add something, I'll let you guys know, but that's what I'm going with so far. So the key with eyeshadow is you just have to really, really blend. Like, you have to blend. I think the best eyeshadow cut crease that I've ever done was the one I did. And some pictures, I can post the pictures right here. That was the best cut crease I've ever done in my life, and it was from this palette. And I definitely think that the reason the cut crease looks so nice is because of how much I blended. Like, I spent 2 hours doing my makeup that day, and most of it consisted of blending. So blending is so important, and I know you've probably heard that by so many other people, but it's the truth, guys. It is the truth. And I'm trying to figure out what the next step is going to be, because I don't necessarily have an order. That was the one order that I had. That was the like top number one, but everything else is like kind of however you want to go about it. So I like to start out with lighter colors and then blend into darker colors. I learned recently that that's what's been like helping me. So I like to start like here into the like cut crease area, and I just tap it at first to like line it out and outline it basically. And then once I like how it looks, I start to really blend it out. And I'm using Therapy Sesh. The next step, I think definitely that helped me, is waking up early. So the reason this is important, even if you're not somebody that has morning classes, I think it's very important to wake up early in the morning, at least 8 a.m., no later than 9. The reason I say this is because I noticed that when I woke up early, I just got so much more stuff done, guys. So much more stuff done. Like, even being in the house all day and you waking up early, you can get so much more done than if you were just laying in your bed not doing anything. And waking up early, it just allows your body to, feel more energized, and you can get more things done in the day once it becomes a habit. So I realized that once I started waking up at 8 a.m. every morning, 7:30 sometimes, I literally got so much done in within 3-4 hours of the morning, and I'm like, dang, I still have so much time left of the day. And ever since I did that last semester, I have not been able to go back to how I used to do stuff. Like, I have an 8 a.m. this semester, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning to train my body to not get tired for those classes. But let me tell you, I thought waking up at 8 a.m. was key. I wake up at 6 now, guys, and when I tell you I have so much time to do so much stuff, it's ridiculous. And I really see, I feel like God made us to, be awake at those times. He didn't make us to be awake late at night. That's not what we're supposed to be awake at. And I definitely can see that now, much more than I did before. Sleep is very important, and I've always known that. I had a really bad insomnia and I couldn't sleep. But I'm getting better, and it's progress being made. I would have never before said I would wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning every day, Monday through Friday, and I do it now. And I'm not saying do it every day. Like, on the weekends, I definitely sleep in. I'm going to be sleeping in tomorrow, but not as much because I am apartment touring. Can't talk about it right now, but there will be story times about apartments and what they don't want to tell you. I think it's very important to make questions that you're going to ask them and before you go there to see the place and get tours, because they just want you to buy the apartment so that they can get bonuses or they can get more money if you sign with them. So you have to be very, very careful and make sure that you're not being deceived, okay? So this apartment was decent, but I want bigger and better things. So that's what we're trying to do. So we have 2 apartment tours we're going to go on tomorrow, and I'm excited for that. I'm going to get back on here with you guys when I'm done with my eyeshadow, because it takes so long to do my eyeshadow, guys, now, because I'm so big on blending. So I will get back with you guys when I'm done with my eyeshadow to continue this great discussion of college tips on how to do well in school. Hey guys, so I'm back. I just finished my eyeshadow and I did my lashes, and I'm now about to go into my brows. So I forgot where I left off, but I know I was talking about waking up on time and things like that. So before I get started continuing the conversation, I have this Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Wiz. I just got it and I'm super excited to try it. I got a skinny brow pencil in the shade Ebony. Those are the main things that I did last semester. And another thing is get help. That's a self-explanatory one. If you don't understand something that you're learning, get help. If your school does this, but my school offers help desks. They have supplemental instructors, different things that you can do, different people you can go to get help, and like they even have people that you can like pay. This is how it looks also, but they have people that you can pay to get help on your assignments. Like I was taking this accounting class last semester and I got help from a supplemental instructor and it helped a lot. So that's like the thing that I think is really important. I feel like in college people think that you can't ask for help, that nobody's gonna be nice, and like, let me just say that now. There's so much, at least at universities that I know, they offer so much help. They just want you to put in the work and get the effort. They want you to put in the work and the effort. And most professors will, you know, they'll understand. Like if you put in the effort for the class, you'll be fine. A lot of people are scared to ask questions in college. I don't know why. Even if you have a mean professor, you have got to ask questions. You cannot not ask questions because you're scared of them, or you're scared to ask, or you don't want to seem stupid in front of people. This is your GPA, and if you're somebody like me that's trying to go to law school or professional school or grad school, you have to have a good GPA. There's no other way around it. So you need to do the most you can do. If you have a mean professor, him being mean, you're gonna have people in real life that you work with that may be mean. You're gonna have maybe mean bosses and things like that if your field requires to have a boss. You have to learn how to work with different personalities and different types of people, because not everybody's bubbly, not everybody is enthusiastic as other people, and you have to understand that. You've got to stop being sensitive, you've got to stop being soft, and you have to put on your big girl pants or big guy pants and, you know, do what you have to do to be successful in those courses. So I've learned that, you know, it's irritating when like the course that you're struggling with has nothing to do with your major, but you have to put in that work, guys. If you put in the work, you will get out what you put in. And I've learned that not the hard way. I've learned that the good way by doing, you know, all the things I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm very, very, very proud of myself for that, because this past semester was very rough, but we did it. Even if you didn't do as good as you wanted, you made it through, and that is all that matters, because that was rough, guys. And it still is rough, but we're looking to brighter things. I pray in the name of Jesus. We finally have the name that shall not be mentioned out of office, and I'm just really I just pray that things start looking up this year in terms of our democracy. So if you guys also want to see me do videos about law, I know I'm so passionate. I know exactly what field I want to go into and all of that great stuff. So if you guys want to start seeing me do more videos talking about history, or, you know, explaining things that you guys may not understand about certain things, let me know in the comments below, and I will love to do that. That's something I'm so passionate about, and I want to put that on my platform. I want to let you guys really understand who I am more. So if you guys want to do that, let me know. Love this brow pencil, by the way. It is so smooth and it's like easy to work with. I freaking love it. I'm also starting to study for my LSAT, so I'm probably gonna do it on Sunday. We'll see, I don't know. Probably do it on Sunday. But I had a plan, or maybe I'll do it during the week, but I gotta plan it. I'm taking my LSAT practice. I haven't started studying at all for my LSAT. I am a sophomore. Next semester I'll be a junior, so I gotta start doing it. I have basically a year to study because I'm planning on taking it next summer. So I gotta start LSAT reviews this month, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna start off with an LSAT test to see, with no studying or anything, to see where I am, see what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are with no studying. So that's what I'm gonna do next. And so that's a lot of stuff I have going on right now, and I just want to encourage you guys because I felt very, very overwhelmed yesterday. And at times you're gonna feel overwhelmed, but you just have to know that with God on your side, you can do anything. He can get you through anything if you believe in yourself and you believe in his plans for your life, okay? So I'm really liking how my eyeshadow turned out. It turned out so cute. Like, I love it so much. I feel like I want to do a weird eyeliner color just to pop it out even more. So we'll see what I decide at the end. But now we're going to get started on my favorite part, the face. Because I want this look to be very like, just very, very like intense and popping, which I don't normally do. I'm going to show you guys the steps I take. So the first thing I'm going to do is I learned this trick. I like to use setting powder before I apply anything on my face. I've noticed doing this just helps it stay on much, much longer than it would normally. This stuff is so messy though. That's the only thing I can't stand about it. I'm just gonna basically like put it everywhere around my face. Okay. Like all over. This to brush it off with. It's a mattifying wet and wild powder. I'm going to take that and just brush it off with it. Foundation, so I'm using a Fit Me foundation. I'm using 360 Mocha, and I've mixed this with 330 Toffee. So these two together give me my skin tone, or at least the closest to my skin tone. Because I was inside for so long for a minute, my skin didn't really darken during the summer like it normally does. So I didn't really have a way of, the other foundation that I bought wasn't good anymore because my skin, it was too dark. Like the foundation was too dark for my skin. Because I'm so used to having a summer foundation and then a winter foundation. And I wasted my money, I feel. But definitely gonna be out more this summer probably. And I don't mean like if COVID's not better or anything at all. I don't mean like I'm gonna go out and just go crazy. I mean like I'm just gonna like go outside more, get fresh air. That's what I mean. So don't take me the wrong way, please. I bought a new beauty blender. This is the Real Technique by Sam and Nick, I think, or Nick, one of the two. Miracle Complexion Sponge for foundation and BB cream. And I got this from Sephora or Urban Decay, one of the two. And I'm now going to basically use some more foundation. I don't normally do this, but we're gonna do it today because I want my skin to look really nice on the picture. I want to take this side and I'm gonna press it onto this and just start. It's so sad watching them get dirty. I love how it feels. I never was really a fan of beauty blenders, but I did want to try this one, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish right here, and I'm gonna put a good amount because normally I put like a little dot, but because like I said, we're making this look intense, you know, you gotta do it a bit more. Now the thing about this e.l.f. concealer, okay, I've used it enough now to know, I really like how it applies onto the skin. I think it applies really nicely. However, if you leave it on too long, it will literally like if you leave it on too long before blending it in, it will not look right. It will look patchy, and I don't like that. So if you're gonna use this concealer, only do one part at a time and blend it in fast, and then you'll like how it looks. But if you just try to like do it as soon as you like wait a minute, because you know some people do that, this will not be the concealer for you. But I like it because of how it looks when it's done correctly. Again, real quick, blend it. Like when I say as soon as possible, I mean as soon as possible, guys, because you're gonna see the consequences of not. If you do, it gets so patchy. I don't really have much more to say. I gave you guys the tips that I used for last semester to help me do really well in school. So I don't really have much more to say. I can just say that this year is definitely looking up already. Started off with a bit of a, you know, mess with the Capitol and everything, but I'm so happy and grateful to God that it's starting to look up, because ultimately God is the only person that can really change the hearts of these people. And I'm looking at a mirror up here, guys, so that's why I'm looking like up like this. So now what I'm about to do, I'm starting to really like how it's coming out. I'm basically going to again set it with the mattifying powder, because I don't like using that messy powder after I've done my foundation and concealer. I don't like doing it. This just tones it down a bit without it having a horrible flashback or anything like that in your pictures. I personally like more dewy looks though, so I don't have a problem with it looking a bit, you know, not matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and do everything else off camera because my camera is about to die. But before I go, I just wanted to give you guys one more word of encouragement, and then I'll be back on here to end the video. So I feel like the key, minus the scheduling, minus the waking up early, minus the getting help, I feel like one of the other most important things and other than like obviously trusting in God and allowing him to take you through the process, that's key. That's before scheduling, before anything. I feel like another key component is believing in yourself and not allowing yourself to let school stress you out to the point where you literally can't even function anymore. Because it was a point in my life where I allowed school to overwhelm me to the point where I literally was just stressed 24/7. It was really taking a huge impact on my health in a bad way, in a negative way. And I was always getting headaches. I got very sick at a point in time. I had to go to the hospital. I passed out. It was so many things that was happening, and it was all because I was stressed. So I want to tell you guys the importance of not letting your body get stressed, not allowing something like school that's temporary, because you're not going to be in school for the rest of your life, Lord willing, temporary, to let you get this stressed. In a couple of years, you're not even going to be thinking about that class that made you feel the way you felt. So I just want to let you guys know you have to take a deep breath in, release it out, and give all of your worries, all of your anxiety, your panic attacks, depression, your fears, give it all to God. And don't just give it to him, like say it verbatim, like, God, I'm feeling this way. I don't like that I'm feeling this way. Please take it away from me. And watch God work miracles in your life. So I'm gonna be back on here when my makeup is fully done. All I'm gonna do off camera, I gotta contour, I'm going to blush, I'm going to maybe highlight and maybe add some undercolor, but that is about it. and I will be back on here to show you guys my outfit and how my hair looks and all that type of stuff. So I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so I completely forgot to come back on here, but I am done getting ready. This is the end of my makeup results. I am currently wearing a lilac wig. I think it's so cute. I'm looking at a mirror like right here. Do you guys see how cute this is? I'm feeling myself a little bit. Shirt that matches. And I'm just gonna basically like put pictures. This is how the pictures turned out, so I'm gonna put them right here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat. Comment down below other videos you guys want to see of me. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember that you guys are so loved, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.